All right, hello everyone, welcome back. We're gonna do the Align Solar System AI, and what I would like you guys to do is just to zoom in to this picture of the solar system. So this is like a preview of what you should have once you're done working on this assignment. Okay, so let's zoom in. Let's click on zoom on the toolbar right here. And don't forget to adjust by pressing the spacebar on your keyboard. Okay, so just have a look at it. This is what I want you guys to do on the artboard below. So on this white space right here. But first, let's lock it. So we're gonna select it by using the select tool right here. And then click, and you're gonna see the bounding box. Go to Object, Lock, and Selection. And now it's locked in place. Okay, so once we're done with this section, we are going to fill this artboard right below it. So I want you to zoom out by again clicking the zoom tool right here. And then we're going to zoom out by going to the right. So click and drag to the right. And you need to press on the space bar if you aren't aligned properly. Now we click on the select tool again. And then let's click on this navy rectangle. And we're going to click and drag it onto the artboard. And if you're curious on how you can see the artboard fully, you can just go to View, Fit Artboard in Window. So this is a good way to look at the entire thing up close. Okay, so once you do that, we are going to fit this onto the artboard. So cover it completely. And remember, you're gonna have to stretch it out with the same select tool. So you click on one of these white boxes and move it up. Same thing down here. And then we're going to the right. Oops. Click, it locks in place. And it's okay if you see a little white on the edges, it's fine. Okay. Okay, and then also don't forget about the smart guides. So if you're having issues locking in place right here, you can just go to View, and over here you take out the smart guides and see how much smoother it runs. So it doesn't really like lock in place, but you can be more precise, especially when you zoom in a little bit more. But I like to use the lock guide. So to turn it back on, you're gonna go to View, Smart Guides. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna grab the frame now we're gonna lock this shape right here. So remember, select with the select tool, click right here, make sure it's selected. You're gonna see the white boxes here, the bounding box. Okay, so remember, Object, Lock, Selection. And now it's locked. So you can't move it around. And now we're going to zoom out. So remember, click on the zoom tool and zoom out. Press on the space bar on your keyboard and grab and drag it to the right. Now we're going to work on, okay, see my cat's freaking out. Okay, so now we're going to work on adding the frame. Okay, so we're going to have it right here. And we're going to do the same thing, but look at here. It's right behind the navy background. So what we do, it's locked, so we are allowed to like click on it. It's not going to affect the navy blue background. It's just going to affect the frame. So we're going to right click, go to Arrange. And for this one, let's just go Bring Forward. And there you have it. Sometimes you might have to click on Bring Forward a bunch of times for it to work. But this time we can just do it for just that one time, that's fine. Okay, so let's zoom in, or we can go to View, Fit, Artboard, and Window. Okay, now we select the frame, and we do the same thing. Oop, there you go. And it might take a little while to get used to stretching things out, but that's okay. We're here to practice, so if it doesn't look perfect, that's fine. Okay, so there's my frame, and we're gonna lock that one too. So Object, Lock, Selection. Okay, next we are gonna work on the planets. So let's zoom out a little bit more. Okay, press on the space bar, and we're going to arrange the sun first. We are going to combine these two shapes together, and it's pretty easy. We have to select both. So remember the select tool right here, select one, press shift on your keyboard, and then select the other. On your properties panels, you should be able to go to align right here, align to selection, and you can go to horizontal align center, and you have to go to vertical align center. So if you want to center something in a bounding box, like put it right smack in the middle of the bounding box, you can do that. And I'm going to press Control G on the keyboard, or right click and then group. So we're going to group these two objects. So what happens when you group them, you only have to click once to select both objects. And you can do it with multiple objects. Okay. And then you can also arrange these to fit neatly, like against the artboard. You can have like a key object to fit it on, but that's something we can work on later. We don't have to worry about that right now. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing with this shape. So let's select this and make sure it's on top of the sun. So okay, overlaps. Create your marquee by clicking on the empty space. Create a marquee box, the dotted lines. Select these objects. Go to align on your properties panel. Okay, make sure it's on selection. Okay, go to horizontal align, so you're going to see it be centered inside the selection. Okay, and there you have your sun. Don't forget to group them. So right click and group. And there you have it. Okay, now we are going to arrange Jupiter. So let's fit the artboard in the windows. So fit artboard in window. Okay, just to get up close and to make sure these objects are overlapping each other first before we arrange them, just to make our lives a little bit easier. And then we're going to do that to this one's fine. This one's fine. Okay. Okay, now we're going to create a marquee surrounding these objects, all three of them. And we're going to go to align again, make sure it's on selection, align to selection. And we're going to do the same thing. And here you go. Okay, so now we're going to grab the red dot and align it right here. Perfect. So don't forget to group them. So let's select it again, just in case. Okay, right click and group. Okay, and then next we're going to learn how to put this right smack in the middle, and it's selected, so we know it's selected by these blue lines. Okay, and you don't see the options to align them, so we're going to have to go to Windows and Align right here, and it's going to show us the options right here. They're going to be floating around, and you could also move them into this area right here, so you can drag and drop here, but I rather have it here because it gets a little confusing. Okay, sometimes that happens. All right, so let's center it to the artboard. So let's do align to, and it's okay if sometimes it's right here, sometimes it's right here, it's fine. This is where the more options section is. Okay, and then we're going to go to align to artboard. And we're going to go right here, so horizontal. And then we're going to go to vertical align center. And it's right in the middle. If you want it to be flush against the top or the bottom or the sides, all you have to go is right here. So horizontal left align. So these kind of give you clues, like these little objects. So picture this is the line. The line is supposed to be the object that these two items are supposed to be flush against. And then you see the line here, so that's centered, and then this is going to go to the right side, and this is going to go to the top. So let's go to the top, and then let's go to the bottom, and then side to side. There you go. So we're going to center it again. And yeah, messing around with these tools. These are very helpful, especially if you're going to do web design or any of that sort, because you're going to have to align things perfectly. So this is very, very helpful. Okay, now we're going to leave Jupiter here.